I am at the ARC in the offices with Shauna, the executive director, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And the ARC is an amazing organization. First of all, they gave us the space for our prom, which was, oh my God, the most joyous day.
So stunning.
It really, I almost cried like 7 times that day. Just the happiness and the looks on everyone's faces were fantastic. So thank you so much for that.
Of course.
So how long have you been the executive director?
So I became executive director in August of 2021.
Okay.
And then prior to that, I was a development director starting in 2011.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
So you've been with this organization a long time.
I have.
Well, we're also Key City Rotary members
We
together.
are.
And you've recently just had a baby.
I did in February.
Yeah, and you're back at it. What is it about the ARC that really attracted you to this position and this organization?
So I've always had a passion for helping people. And I would say growing up I had volunteered in middle school with the ARC and helping children with developmental disabilities. And then I continued that through my college years. I volunteered with Best Buddies and other programs to support people with developmental disabilities. So that became a personal passion of mine. And I was very excited to get back to the field after I had graduated college.
So the ARC's main role is to give adults with developmental disabilities a place to go during the day. Is that correct?
So we serve people in a variety of capacities.
Okay.
So we do also serve children also. So we serve children and adults, depending on the level of service that someone would need. So we do help people with their to provide meaningful day services. So that could mean that they go to our day habilitation space that's at Market Street, but also it's helping people get jobs just like you or I would get a job and providing the support that they would need on the job. It also could mean if someone needs volunteer support or someone's focusing on personal health and wellness, so depending, we're all different, right? So it's not a cookie cutter service.
Nice.
So it's really
customized for each person.
And depending on what they want and what they need and level of staffing support.
That's amazing though, because then that means that everybody is getting whatever they need at that particular stage.
Yeah, just like us, right?
Yeah, really nice, really nice.
Yeah.
How can the Frederick community support the ARC? What can we do?
Sure. So we're always looking for volunteers that can assist us in different ways. So, you might have a skill or talent that you might not think someone we serve would be interested in learning. I bet you we would find someone who's interested, like budgeting or anything along those lines. Like, think about it. Like, anything that you might do, someone we serve probably would want to learn. And you could do that on a one-to-one level or in a small group level. And then we are always looking for in-kind contributions, depending on if that was something. Hygiene products are always something that people we serve are looking for. And then financial contributions are always wonderful as well.
Absolutely. Do you guys do fundraisers throughout the year?
So we do. We just did a brunch back in April. And so at our Market Street building, we have a culinary training program. And so that allows for individuals who are interested in getting a job in the kitchen and hospitality industry to have a 13-week program where they're able to learn how to really work in a commercial kitchen. So we have gas and electric equipment, so people are cross-trained. But in that capacity, we also do food sales. So we just did a barbecue food sale that was last week. So once a month, we're usually doing a special food sale. That's a way that the community can also give back.
I don't actually know.
Oh, absolutely. We have a mailing list. So if that's something that you're interested in getting.
Put me on that, because I'd love to share that with Frederick to support.
Absolutely.
That was happening, and I think that's wonderful. And, with our Rotary, it's just so, and I've been to several events at the ARC, not even just the prom, but, and the food and the service and everything is wonderful. So it's really great that, these people are getting amazing skills that they can take with them to have a great life. And that's what we want, right?
Absolutely.
That's really what we want. That's fantastic. Of the, 13 years that you've been
that was quick math.
With the ARC, has there been a moment where you were just like, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be?
So that's a tricky question. That's a tough one. I did political science in college, so I think I've always been driven to when there's a lot of orchestrated change, even in the political climate. And always, whenever we have a big advocacy push and I'm talking with people we serve about what's important to them, that is always really powerful. And like what I know that we can do as an agency to put the voice behind people who may need help getting their voice out there.
Right.
And so the advocacy efforts are very, very crucial to me and always remind me like why we're here and why we need strength in numbers and the support.
And when you're advocating, I'm assuming it's on the local, the state, and even national level.
Correct. Yeah, depending on what the platform is.
Agencies,
Yes, and we do collaborate with other agencies as well.
And that's wonderful. And even when I was speaking with the people at the Scott Key Center, they, there's a bunch of people that go to both programs and utilize everything that's available to them, which as they should. What's been the biggest challenge for you at the ARC over the last several years?
For the last several years, I will say staffing was a challenge and getting people who may have been, with COVID, everybody had an industry shift and everything was hard. And so it was hard for us to ramp up employment and kind of close those vacancy rates.
Yeah.
I will say we're doing fantastic now and we're getting a really good on outpouring, if that's a word, of applicants to come in. And so we're really closing the gap of the vacancies. But I would say over the last few years, that was a very huge challenge for us.
And so right now, are you looking for people still?
So we're always hiring people on an ongoing basis. But so it's more of a part-time position, but it's a great part-time position. So if that is something that anybody's interested in, we are always happy to have individuals, and that can be customized depending on like if you only want to work a couple hours on a Saturday, we can connect you to a few hours on a Saturday. So it can be very flexible depending on what you're interested in.
Well, that'd be great if a mom's got kids in school or whatever. So that'd be, so make sure you reach out.
Yes, absolutely.
What's coming up for the ARC? What goals do you have in the next 6 to 12 months? What's on that dream board for you?
Yeah. So lately, we have been excited we hired a community outreach coordinator, and we're doing a lot more now that some of our staffing vacancies have been filled, right? That was where a lot of energy was being challenged, or where our challenge was. We've been able to really focus on hosting events to connect the community, the Frederick community, and with individuals we serve. So we're doing more, and we're excited to see over the next 12 months to see how that launches. Like, what are people we serve interested in doing, and how can we fill any of those needs? So if there's anybody out there that's interested in hosting anything or working with us, we have a yoga instructor coming in, just doing some various pieces, but I'd love to see how that launches over the next 6 to 12 months.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And how many people do you serve right now?
So we serve through our funding stream. So through the Developmental Disabilities Administration, we serve 278 individuals. And then we do work with Frederick County Public Schools through the Autism Waiver, and we serve approximately 80 to 90 students in there. And then we do information referral. So if someone might need assistance or they don't know if they need help, call us and we'll help navigate those waters. We have 2 coordinators who are able to help, even if you're not sure if we're the agency to talk to.
Right.
We'll point you in the right direction to do that.
Wonderful.
And we do some respite programming, and we do Hispanic and Latino outreach. So I would say it's about 600 to 700 individuals in a year, but in all those different pockets.
Sure, totally, yeah. But that's amazing. That's a big impact on this community.
It is. Yeah. And we couldn't do it without our community partners. And that's very, very critical.
Yeah, absolutely. If there was one thing you'd want people to know about the ARC, if they were to take away just one thing about what the ARC is, what would you want that to be?
I would like that to be, we were founded in 1958 by parents, and there were very few, if any, services for people with developmental disabilities. So it's very exciting to see how we've progressed. I would want it to always be that we're trying to be forward thinking and trying to meet people where they are and constantly be relevant, right? And that's something that I think is very critical in order for us to continue to meet the needs of people as everything changes, right? We want to still be, while we can change, be that constant for people in their lives. Yeah,
I mean, I think that's so important because things change on a dime, right?
For everybody.
Change, right? Yeah, exactly. So we're trying to keep up with ourselves, but certainly the clientele that you service, I'm sure that changes all the time, the needs and things like that, especially when you individualize a lot of the programming or things for them. So that's really awesome. Where can people find out more about the ARC?
Sure. So our website, arcfc.org,
Okay.
and then you can find all of our names and email addresses on our website. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me directly, and I'd be happy to navigate any questions or information that way too.
Well, look, I think it's really important. We're going to find out about all those great events that you have going on so that the greater community can get involved and support the ARC, because I think once people come in and even maybe buy some great food.
Absolutely.
And they see, first of all, it's a great event space. When did you guys actually put that in?
So it was the Genie Buzzard Center, which had unexpectedly closed, and then we had purchased it and renovated, and then opened in November of 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
now
mean,
we didn't start. It was a slower process to start
ramp up.
moving.
To that. But it is a great space, and really in Frederick, as you well know, event space is hard to come by.
Absolutely.
So it's a really nice to have. Great parking, located right near Key Stadium, so you can kind of borrow that end parking lot a little bit. They don't mind. We love them.
They're great.
There. They are great. They are great. But is there any particular programming that you'd really like to have involved with the ARC? Like any particular partnerships that you're looking to cement or anything like that?
I think we're so open to any sort of discussion, and we really love collaboration. So I think if anyone has ideas, like, we're always open to having a meeting, figuring out where can we work, and like, how can we make Frederick better? How can we make us more inclusive? Like, what can we do? How, like I said, like, let's meet people where they are, and let's help as much as we can.
That's awesome. All right. If you want to find out more, you can go to the website, click on Shauna's name if you want to ask her any questions. She'll be happy to help you. And if you have a skill or business that you think makes sense for the ARC on Market, please let her know. I'm sure she'd love to have you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time.